What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic, and y'all gonna stop doubting me, man. You know, we're all the motherfuckers that was talking about Erickson Lubin was gonna knock Jermell Charlo dick in the dirt. I told you guys, this Charlo ain't no joke, man. Y'all talking about, look what Vonnie Monterosian did, or look what the success John Jackson had. I told you guys, him and Derrick James have been trying to mesh his game. He was more of a boxer puncher, you know, of a defensive fighter when he was with Ronnie Shields. And that's what Ronnie Shields usually pumps. They was playing off of what Erickson Lubin does. With Derrick James, he wanted to become more offensive. Right after the Vonnie Monterosian fight, he had to become more offensive. And people were saying, oh, Erickson Lubin is better than Vonnie Monterosian. Look what Vonnie Monterosian did. It's not the same Jermell Charlo. You can't be on, point every night. And it's levels to this. And if I was to tell you guys and been honest and say Vonnie Monterosian is a better fighter than Erickson Lubin at this point, you would have called me crazy. What you don't know is Vonnie Monterosian was winning all the amateur tournaments at 154. Dominating Halley, dominating Keith Thurman, dominating Tim Bradley. You name him, he dominated him pretty much besides Boo Boo. He was the other top guy. And it's levels to this. You just don't go from fighting, lower level guys, skip over mid-level guys and contenders and go to being a champion. It just doesn't work like that. Even if you look at how great Vasily Lomachenko is with his skill level, it didn't work like that for him neither. He lost to the first champion he went against, and people act like it didn't happen against Orlando Salido. And Jermell Charlo landed the first right hand. He sat back and waited, and I can tell the difference in class when I saw Erickson Lubin reaching and missing with punches that he normally hits guys with. His timing wasn't off. He wasn't ready for the composure and experience and the skill level and the speed and the power that Jermell Charlo brought to the table. It's simple as that, and you guys hype these guys up. And you know what you guys going to say. You come on here after I told you guys what not to say. Oh, he was inexperienced. Or he was only 21 years old. And you're going to try to take away from Jermell Charlo. But no, this is the monster that you guys built up. You told me that Sledge and Hammer Erickson Lubin was going to make the jump. And if you look at a guy, how great Vasily Lomachenko was, he wasn't able to make that jump. Even it was a handful of fights, though. But he just couldn't go from fighting regular guys, even when he was in the little pro-am, little league, to going and fighting a champion like Orlando Salido, who had about 9 losses on his record. It just doesn't work that way in the sport of boxing. It takes a special individual to be able to jump over, a couple grades and go be successful, It's like the jump where LeBron, Kobe, Kevin Durant took from high school to the league, And out of those, everybody had an adjustment period except for LeBron James, really. He's the only one that hit the ground running, but it still was a learning curve. And for Erickson Lubin, my concern was the fact that if he got knocked out or beat very badly, would he be able to recover? I never really trusted his team. I seen some of the sparring partners he had in. I heard he was rumored to spar with Danny Jacobs. You just can't get that experience nowhere else but the ring, but moving up in levels and fighting guys, period. If he fought Jared Swift-Hurt, maybe he would have had a chance tonight, but I doubt it. He just wasn't on the level on the rest of these guys on the card. He wasn't on the level of Trout. He wasn't on the level of Jermell Charlo. He wasn't on the level of Erickson Lubin. He might have been above Terrell Goucher, which we'll find out a little bit later. But you guys have to stop hyping these guys up. I'm trying to tell you guys. You don't just skip grade levels and go be great. You have to be a special type of fighter. And when I turned on the film, I didn't see a special type of fighter in Erickson Lubin. I didn't see it. A really special type. He's a special guy, don't get me wrong. But I didn't see elite special. I didn't see Lomachenko special. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that special. And I told you guys, you said, oh, Jermell Charlo's this, he that. Look what this guy does. At the end of the day, he didn't expect John Jackson to come out there and box and move. Nobody did, threw him off. And he's still messing with Derrick James. And now it's starting to hit the pinnacle now with Derrick James. I ain't going to say the pinnacle or the climax, but he's going up there where he's at the point where everything is hitting on all cylinders. And, if that happens, he's going to be a very dangerous guy. It's kind of like his brother Jamal is trying to be what he and Erickson Lubin is, which is more of a slick, defensive, better boxer mover. And what he's trying to become is more of his brother is more of an aggressive puncher type of guy. And if they both become full circle, they both going to be the future. They both going to be the now of boxing, the present of boxing. And they're both going to be on top for a very, very long time, to be honest. And, I identified Jermell Charlo as the best junior middleweight. Nobody wanted to believe me. I just think he is. Even when Boo Boo was there, I think he was better than Boo Boo. I just see special. I watched him come up. It's a difference between what you guys are, what some of you guys are watching, and what I watched as a coming up. I watched him fight Demetrius Hawkins. I watched him fight Charlie Ota. I watched him face Gabriel Rosado. I watched him face all these tough guys, undefeated guys. I seen the maturation period. Now with Jermell, I didn't see the maturation period coming up that way. I've seen him fight K9. I said, okay, now I'm seeing him fight Trout. I said, okay. And then Julian Williams was his coming out party. And hopefully you guys give Jermell Charlo credit for his coming out party being versus Erickson Lubin, you know. And at the end of the day, his coming out party versus 21-year-old, this is the guy y'all pumped up. This is the guy that said he was ready. He couldn't handle it. He took it on the jaw. It's not amateur. It's the reason why guys go through the amateurs and go to the Olympics to get that exposure versus different styles. And, you know, you sparring against regular guys. You can spar against top guys, but you can't get that experience in a ring nowhere but real fight experience, you know. And that's the process of promoters moving guys up and nicely. Hopefully Erickson Lubin recovers from this, has some comeback fight, and his career is not over with. But at the end of the day, it's levels to this, and I told you guys, Charlo's on a world championship level. You could say he's a paper champ. He didn't fight nobody for his world championship. But at the end of the day, you know what he did? He knocked Erickson Lubin dick in the dirt, and he did what I thought he was supposed to do, and he got the job done. Mission complete, bro. We gonna